Hello everybody, today I'm going to bring you an unboxing of the Zoom H2. It's a good studio mic, cost me £185. It's good for, well, wherever you want it to be really. Let's open her up. Oh no, I've ripped the box. First thing you'll notice is when we open this, your mic itself. Before we look at that, look at the box. Here it's telling you the different microphone settings that you can have. She is the mid side. They're the mics that provide the continuous variable sound stereo width control, and the XY mics, which capture remarkable stereo depth and clarity. Here are the features of the Zoom H2. 5 studio quality microphones on board that record mid-side and XY stereo and surround sound. It records in WAV, which is a sound format, up to 24-bit, 96 kHz, and MP3 up to 320 kilobytes per second bitrate, which is the best quality you can get pretty much. It's got a data recovery function which protects against recording errors. It'll record for over 20 hours on one battery life, by the looks of that. It's got a built-in reference speaker, and it uses USB 2.0 and can have up to a 32 gig SD card. And you can see here what it includes. It includes the recorder itself, 2 gig SD card, 2 AA batteries, and Steinberg Wavelab LE editing software, which is what we can use to record or edit or whatever. You can get an optional accessory pack, which you can see there. It includes a remote controller, windscreen, a tripod, a mic clip adapter, a padded shell case, an AC adapter, and a USB cable, which you can use to record with your computer. It's the front of the box, as you can see. Just telling you the different things that you can do with it. Record music, field recording, or journalism. There's also another angle of it. Inside the box, nothing else in there. First thing you can see is a Wavelab CD. Let's open this up. Wavelab CD itself. An operation manual, which we might have a look at, and how to install Wavelab, which is pretty self-explanatory really. And here is a message about SD card usage precautions. We won't read these. See what we've got in this. It's how to use everything really. Now, what you've came for. Well, come for the actual mic itself. Wow, looks really good. We'll be back in one moment when I got it out of the box. Okay, we're back and I've got it out of the box now. The first thing I noticed was it's very light, which for a handy recorder, which is good. Build quality feels pretty good. You can feel the plastic, it's not metal in any way. This is metal, which is the meshing. Other than that, the rest of the unit is plastic, and you'll notice that if you buy one yourself. So we've got the display, which is a nice little display. Got a setting here which can change the microphone settings. Here are the inputs on the side and the controls. As you can see, we've got a USB here. Focus. We've got a line out, a remote, a volume switch, and a line in if you want to record line in. On the other side, we have a hold for home menu button, a play button if you want to listen to yourself or your recordings. The mic gain, it's actually a spinner. There we go. You can see the little numbers on there. It focuses. Here we go. A hold, which I can imagine stops you from pressing the buttons. I'm just looking around here. This is the back side of the microphone. Looks really sleek. I've noticed. I'm getting out since going out of the box. It's really sleek. So it comes with 2 gig SD by Kingston, which is a good make for SD cards. And some cheapy batteries, which we probably won't use. We'll probably use some Duracells or something of the nature. Okay, let's get some sound recording going. Let's get these batteries in. One moment. Okay, so we're back. And this is just putting the batteries in. To put the batteries in, you have to push on the rear side of the mic. You have to push on this mesh bit, push it down, and pull, and you'll hear it click. And batteries go in there, as you'd imagine. Let's get these batteries in. I'm using the ones that came with it just for the sake of the video. Now the batteries are in. Just push it on, line it up properly, and push it up. And there we go. To power on the device, use this hold button here, push it down and hold down, and you'll notice the light comes on. This red light flashes here, and here we are in the interface. And you can tell when I'm talking, hello, hello, that this is actually going up. There you go, the hold button. That'll stop you from pressing any buttons. Look, it'll tell you that hold is on. You can change the gain. It doesn't actually come up anything on the screen when we change the gain, but you can see by when I'm talking, hello, turn the gain down, there you go, all the way down. And now the volume, because it's actually got a speaker in it. No file, what? The volume on the actual device itself, you can see that going up and down. Won't show any other inputs. So now, just point the mic here, and now we're going to switch over to this mic. Okay, now we're on the Zoom H2N, and we are using the standard settings right now. This is actually a voiceover, considering we lost the actual footage because we didn't have a memory card in the actual H2N when the recording was going. So I'm just going to touch the gain settings right now and turn the gain up. And you'll notice that I'm a lot louder now when I talk. I'll turn it back down to the normal setting, which now you'll notice that my voice is back to normal. And I didn't want to leave this out, so enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, I'm back, and I'm actually on the camcorder mic right now, and I'm going to show you the menu of the device. To access the menus, you have to press the button on the top of the right hand side of the device, which is like so. It will then now present you with the menu, and we can go up and down with the button that's underneath the menu button. We can press up and down or press it in to choose a menu. Okay, so on the input settings, you've got the low cut, comp / limiter, the monitor, auto gain, or plug-in power. And that's all we've got on the input settings. Low cut you can either have on or off. Comp or limiter, it'll give you examples of what it's for. Or by the way, to go back in the menu, you press the menu button again, it'll take you back. You can set this to have always on, which will monitor basically whenever you're talking, you'll play you back through the line out. But I'll just have it on home and rec, which home and record. Right, standard. We can have auto gain on or off in 3 different settings: concert, solo, or meeting. Might have a play with that later, and I'll tell you what I find. and the plug-in power, which is basically if you plug it in via USB, it won't use the batteries, to put it blunt. Let's go into the recording settings of the device. So the recording format, you have lots of different formats to choose. A lot of wave formats and MP3. Wave is uncompressed and MP3 is compressed. So depending on what you want to do, you'll actually get a lot longer out of the MP3 setting. So if we go back to the menu, you'll see in the bottom right hand corner that we've got 13 hours of recording space on MP3 at the max setting. If we go back in there, change the recording format to the WAV on the top setting, in theory we should have less time. There we go, 57 minutes, and that's on the 2 gig card. Basically it's a lot higher quality and you can do what you want with it a lot easier than with an MP3. Go back into the menu now on the record menu again. You can have it set to auto record when it reaches a certain decibel level. Suppose that's for if you're a band recording instruments, etc. Pre-record, I'm not 100% on this feature, but I might cover it later. File name, which is the default. You can have that as the default or the date of the actual recording. And we can go back, the play function key, pause and mark. Now we've got the tools. One's actually a tuner, which you can tune different instruments with, which is very, very useful if you're in a band. I was quite surprised when I saw this feature. Let's see, we can tune it to a guitar in whatever tuning we want. Right now I haven't got a guitar with me, but it's very useful. I have a metronome, different types of metronome, the pattern of it, the level. That's if you're a band again. And go back again into the system options. We can set the date of the time of the device, which we'll do now, I suppose. If we can, there we go. Let's check the date. It's 22nd of August today. It's the 8th month. And it is currently 12:15 in the afternoon. "14 minutes to be exact." Okay, now we can set the backlight to be on for how long or off. As you can see, if it's off, you can't really see anything, and neither can I. So we'll have on for the recording. You can set the display contrast, which I've got set to 5. You can see the contrast changes there. I think 5 is just fine. Battery type, this is in case you've got a rechargeable battery. So when you plug it in, it'll actually recharge the battery for you. But if you haven't, then you've got to set it to alkaline so that it doesn't blur it up, to be blunt. Software version, I haven't updated any of this because I've actually plugged it into my computer yet, which I'll show you if I do. We'll go back, and there's a factory reset, which is pretty much factory reset now. I haven't changed anything yet. And that is almost everything. It shows the SD card remaining space. It's actually included SD card, which is a 2 gig. You can either format it if you really want to. If you've obviously got a lot of things on there. You can set it to record USB, which is either SD card reader or in and out, audio input, which I will be doing later. Back to the main device. Now we're going to test the different sound options on the actual device. So we'll switch over to this now. and we are now on the Zoom H2N using the XY feature, which is the two mics in an XY pattern. And now we can switch to the 2-channel, and that will allow me to go onto this side, hello, and onto this side, which is probably quite freaky. Sorry. MS. So now multiple surround sound, so wherever I go you'll know where I am, which is quite useful. And we've got the 4-channel setting. Apologies for any mic noises, by the way, because since this is made of plastic, you'll hear a lot of the mic noises when I'm touching it, which is not very good, but as long as you aren't touching it, it's fine. That's the 4-channel, which is good for if you're a band, I suppose. Put the mic in the middle of you and record all around you, which is using all the mics in the microphone. And XY, which we started on, which is the one that I'm going to be using most, because it records the sound that is closest to you, which is always good. So now I'm going to switch over to a computer, and I'm going to show you the software, what actually comes with the device, and I'll show you how to use that to manipulate your images, to manipulate your sound coming from the H2N, and we'll see you there. Okay, so I know I said I was going to review the Wavelab LE7, but after trying it, it's just god awful. So anyone who wants to record using a computer via USB, I'd recommend Audacity. There'll be a link up on the description and on screen right now. So hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.